The Trials, Treasures, and Triumphs of Parenting During a Pandemic. That is the theme of a new book called The Parenting Odyssey. And Emily Brooks is a contributing author joining us today to talk a little bit about this book. Thanks for coming in again.
Thanks for having me.
So you're a contributing author. How did you get, talked into helping with this book?
So Carol Milletta is somebody that I met through American Mothers, and she's the visionary behind the book. She had this great idea that it would be kind of a historical account of what parents went through during the pandemic, and so future generations can look back and look at personal stories, and it can offer hope to people that are living it.
I love it. And I also love that the trials, treasures, triumphs, because there were trials, but there were also some treasures that came out of this. Can you share a little bit about what you share in the book?
Yes, so I talk a little bit about how my family took a special care at the beginning because my husband was in the high-risk category. He's a lifelong asthmatic and has life-threatening allergies, so we were very cautious to kind of learn more about the virus before we went out and ventured out. And so there are a lot of little things along the way that we learned, not only about ourselves, but about the dynamics of our family and our resiliency. And my hope is that people can find some of those silver linings through their experience as well, through the sharing of mine and the other authors.
Yeah, so 15 different parents from around the world?
Yes, including
incredible.
Spain, Africa, and the US.
Can you share some of what maybe you thought, have you got to see or read what some of the other parents said?
I haven't yet, but I am so excited. So we'll have an official book launch on December 1st and 2nd, and people can sign up for that on bit.ly Odyssey book launch.
Okay, I love that. So can you give us a little idea as to who this book would really, I mean, I would imagine parents, but who's really going to enjoy this book? Who is it for?
I think it's for especially parents, because it's looking at the pandemic from a parenting perspective. But I think for anyone that's interested in knowing the personal accounts of what people have gone through and what they've gained insight-wise from their experience, and then some of those silver linings. One of the silver linings that I found personally was having to step up my abilities to use some of the programs like Zoom and to really be able to connect with people in a different way during the pandemic.
And sometimes we're so in our own world that it was just happening to me or it was just happening to us. The fact that there are moms or families from all over the world, that's really going to, I think, be eye-opening as well.
I think so too, yeah. And for me personally, I appreciate learning other people's stories and really gaining a deeper insight into what they've been through, because I think it gives us a lot more empathy for other people's experiences.
Have you ever been part of a book before or authored anything like this? This is a huge accomplishment.
So not in a book format. I've written for a lot of different publications over the years and been involved with different projects, but this is the first book project that I've been a part of, and I feel very fortunate to be able to share my story.
And once again, so it's not printed yet, because I asked if you brought a copy here. When can people get it? I know you already said, and how can we, buy it as well once it's available?
Yes, so there is a book pre-launch right now, and I will be posting a link for that soon. But right now, it would be to sign up for the book launch that will be happening December 1st and 2nd, and it should be available before the new year.
Okay, well, I'm excited to see it. Kind of a history book as well, to remember what we all went through.
Yeah,
I love it. And from the mom's perspective, so can't wait to read it. Thank you so much for coming in today. Stay with us. Coming up next on North Dakota Today, we are checking in with 701 Eateries for our V&L Deal of the Week.